I don't know where you get your energy from. Like it was, and the bugs could be absolutely sucking the blood out of us. It's getting dark, it's getting windy, the coyotes are howling, and she's like, just two more holes. Just 20 more minutes. Oh, the tide's coming in. No, it's all right. It's gonna get dark. Ah, the car might get towed. Nah, we're good.
Rachel says coffee. That could be some of it, but
No,
I
you didn't
mean,
have the coffee for 3 days in a row was the worst coffee ever, ever. And it was the smallest cup, and then there was really no caffeine. Um, I think maybe one day we managed to get a soda around lunchtime. Other than
yeah.
that, it was water and
I will say that coffee at that hotel was terrible,
terrible,
especially the first day.
horrible,
The second day wasn't as bad
still
down
bad.
if you go down and when we finally got to go down in the breakfast room.
Yeah, it was still, yeah, so no, it wasn't caffeine, and I mean maybe it would have been. I brought like a Red Bull with me, but each time I thought of cracking it, it wasn't like, I wasn't going to carry it around and dig and scratch and so it never got opened until the ride home. Um and Hats off to you New York drivers. You only gave me two heart attacks. Um, and that was terrifying. Coming in to New York and leaving New York were two of the scariest. Um, I had turned to Gypsy and Jackie and was like, I might have to run someone over. I'm sorry. Like, had so you're doing, I don't know, the speed limit there says 40. Nobody does 40. It's like 60, 75, and heading on the off ramp, and I got cut off. So I beeped. You're in New York. I beeped. And the guy stopped his car in the middle of the off ramp in front of me, and I'm like, "Oh gosh, you guys got the doors locked? You seat belted? Because if he gets out of his vehicle, I'm driving." So, yep.
I really
So
was scared that he was about to. If there wouldn't have been a car behind us, a
beeping as
bigger
well. Yeah,
truck
big
beeping as
truck.
well, I think he would have got on out.
Yep.
But I think that other guy saved us.
Oh
Whoever
no,
that guy was behind
I
us.
I would have put my foot on the gas. I'm not
Well,
getting
you would have
approached.
saved us too. Yeah, yeah, you would have saved us too. But you know what I mean.
No, yeah,
I think
absolutely.
it helped.
Yep. Nope, you don't get out of your vehicle in a road rage situation ever. Then you can be at fault. So you stay in your vehicle. Um, so there was that, and
I'd be
then
afraid he'd pull a gun.
yeah, that
Something.
too. And then on the way out of New York, yielding, I couldn't get to the left. I'm in the lane closest to where people come on to the highway, and this guy's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna swerve right into you," and managed to do a split second um, that I braked and managed to swerve into the next lane and managed to not get hit or hit anyone. So that was, then I was like, Sayonara, New York. You're giving me heart palpitations. Um,
Yeah, you were very stressed.
yeah.
You were stressed a lot of the whole time, and there was nothing to worry about. She was stressing that last day, especially trying to get
Well,
us a property to go hunt.
yeah,
But we were
obviously.
fine. We'd already had an epic time. I mean, we still haven't even told about all the amazing stuff that Jackie found.
Oh man. That one though. So I've only dug, I think I either have one or two in my um I think it's what, 11 years of detecting on my own. Um, yeah, can I tell? Am I allowed?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
All right, yeah. So, we were out on a new field, and I think we had to take a break, run back to the house, came back. she stayed, so ended up meeting her in the back, and she's like, I don't know what this is. And it was this teeny tiny silver. And I'm like, oh, it could be a half real. And then I was like, oh, it could be a trime, or it could be a seated something, or a half dime. And Gypsy comes running over, and they've got um, the spray, and oh,
Well,
it was awesome.
let me say this. Let
Yep.
me say this. So yeah. So Amanda and I, we'd went to go take a little pee break, and we were in onto her house, and then we came back. Jackie's like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." She was finding stuff. You know, she was finding flat buttons and stuff. I get back. I find out that she had just found an 1802, was it? 1802. Oh gosh. Was it Drake bust? Largie.
Yep.
You know. Okay. So I was like, holy smokes. And then when I walked up there and she showed me that, you were already over there talking to her. I
Yeah.
was just finally getting over there. I was like, she found something. I got to go over there and figure out what she's found. So, and Amanda's already seen this little tiny coin laying there. And so I'm over there, and so Jackie showed me the largie, and I'm like, holy crap, so I'm videoing. And then the next thing I know, she's like, well, I've got this coin too. And she hands me this other coin. And I'm like, holy crap, what is this? And I barely do a little white. And she had a seated dime. I mean, I was hoping for a cat bust. Somebody said cat bust. I was really hoping, but
Oh, that
Maya,
wasn't.
she did.
Yeah, I was gonna tell about the other one.
Yeah, yeah. You tell them that one. But anyway, so I finished filming that one, and then the tiny one's laying over there, and she picks it up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she just got a half dime. She's got to have a seated half dime. And then you go ahead, you tell the rest.
Yeah, and it was either, it was she starts cleaning it off and you could see the star and then you could see the three Roman numerals on the back. So she ended up pulling a trime and you know, that's awesome. It's so cool and it was so awesome watching somebody else dig one and absolutely made it to see, some of these finds that came out. It was awesome.
Man, I I was just I was in I'm still in shock. So she's saying that she may take that trime and make a little necklace out of it. You know, get a what do you call it
Bezel.
a bezel and stuff. I really think she needs to do that because I mean, what an epic memory. You know, her first time I think over in um, you know
New England?
Maine and New England and all
New
of that.
Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut.
Yeah,
We hit a lot of
yeah,
states.
yeah. It was epic. And
Uh,
yeah, I have to say, you know, I've been detecting 25 years and I still have not found a trime. I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous. I'm happy. I'm happy as can be for Jackie, but I am a little jealous. She
mhm.
knows it.
Well, so that same field, later on in the day, I got a sweet signal and flipped the plug and saw the silver edge, and I'm like, yes, because I've seen what was being pulled out. And I've never been I'm not one to be upset about whatever the find is, but when you're watching certain things getting pulled and then pop the plug, pop the dirt off it, and it was a mercury, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm
I
like,
forgot you. So I'm the only one out of the group that didn't find a coin.
oh yeah,
At
because
least, at
Laura,
least,
Yeah.
Amanda, you found a silver Merc. So, hey, kudos. Everybody got silver. Well, everybody got a coin, at least. Um, but I'm happy with my button, and I got an aux knob, and I got a few other cool things, flat buttons. So, yeah. And Jackie says her Apex and her were one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been blowing it up, tearing it up. If y'all did not listen to the podcast, she was a guest on a few weeks ago or 3 or 4 weeks ago now. I don't even remember. Go back and listen. Jackie's fairly new to the hobby. She had a detector for about 10 years, and then when she met me, she got it out and dusted it off and started hunting again, and then she bought an Apex from me, and she has been sailing since then. She even got another ring since we've been back.
Nice.
On Friday, I think it was.
No idea.
Anyway, since we've been back, I don't even know what day. It's Monday. No, Saturday she got a ring, another ring. It's not silver, but I mean, it's got
ring is a
stones
ring.
in it.
Yeah.
A ring is a ring is a ring is a ring.
Yep.
So, she's got that whatever. She just definitely won with Apex. So.
Yep.
Definitely.
Indeed. And I can't wait. A lot of the finds, for one of the different permissions, ended up having to get a bigger case for all the finds, going back to them. So that's pretty cool.
That's always great.
Yeah. Couldn't believe how many buttons we all pulled. I honestly found the smallest thimble I have ever. At first I'm like, is it a Cracker Jack? But no, I think it's a true miniature thimble, like teeny tiny.
Interesting. I think I got a very tiny one. That was the one thing I found that last day we were on that property. I found a tiny thimble too. I haven't cleaned it up yet or anything. And it's real tiny. It's like it could fit on your pinky.
Yep, I just put mine on my pinky. I'm like, yeah, it fits perfect on my pinky.
Wow.
But I'm like, geez, they're making, 3-year-olds sew up shirts and stuff.
They must have been. They must have been.
Too much.
Monopoly?
Yeah.
No. I don't know. These were too old. We were at a colonial site, so.
Except for my Mercury dime.
Well, yeah, your Mercury dime. Jeez.
Everything else was old.
Yeah, it did find some really old stuff. Where did you find your thimble?
Same place.
I mean, in the middle of that cornfield, or higher up, or lower?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You
I think
don't
in
remember?
the middle. I think in the middle. I think it's right around where like the bulk of the buttons come from.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
I was gonna
Well,
say.
Richie says his friend dug 210 marbles. Holy cow. So how many marbles did you end up with that day? I know that we were kind of having our contest. Do you remember?
Yep, I've got them in front of me, actually. So I ended up with 17 marbles. Jackie ended up with 18. And then, where's yours?
I don't remember.
No, I'm looking for the paper. I had it written down right here. Your paper. I don't know where it is.
Also, if you notice on my paper, I did not write down, I did not total the top, one of the things I noticed later. I didn't total it.
Yeah.
I wrote down 10 and I didn't total it, so.
Yep, I'm going to go back through and get you a, but I forgot too, didn't we all get buffalo,
yeah,
nickels?
Yeah, I think I actually got 2 buffalo nickels.
Nice.
I did, so.
It's so always nice. That's very true. Bill said I could have dug a 64 Rosie, and that's absolutely